What's up, fellas? UFC 301 just concluded. It was a great card. It's time for you guys to really stop disrespecting the UFC. They know what the hell they're doing with these cards. It's time to put some respect on these guys, bro. UFC 301 was a really, really great card. I knew it from the jump. But for some reason, fans, like I said before, because of 300 and UFC 299, we already knew what was gonna happen. We already knew people were gonna be like, oh, what a shit card and shit like this. Come on, guys. This was a great card. They have a lot of, they put all Brazilian fighters. We already know Brazilians are pretty exciting, bro. In general, Brazilians, they tend to go out there and bang. Bang, they have great grappling and stuff like that. So I was pretty surprised to hear so much hate about UFC 301, but at the same time, not really. So right now we're just gonna break down what happened. We're gonna break down the fights, starting from the prelim. I know my video where I broke down my picks. It was only the main card, but let's be real, the prelims were pretty obvious in who was gonna win. I think most of the winners were the favorites anyways. And honestly, I had mostly Brazilians winning. I don't even think I had one wrong answer for the prelims. But let's just get into it. So the first one was Alessandro Costa versus Kevin Borjas. That was a good fight. It didn't last too long. It lasted only 2 rounds, but it was a great fight from the jump. The two guys were really striking hard. Alessandro Costa really went out there, almost finished Borjas by leg kicks, and then he went for the ground and pound and ended up with a TKO. The following fight was Ismael Bonfim versus Vince Pichel. Honestly, I think that was a freebie for Ismael Bonfim. The first one was a little closer, but from then on, it was obvious who was gonna what was gonna do to Vince Pichel. Vince Pichel really, there wasn't much that he could do. He did well in the first, but after that, it was a pretty dominant performance. Following fight, we have Dion Barza versus Ernesta Kaite. So Ernesta is actually an Olympic swimmer. So this shows you what the level of competition we have in the UFC nowadays. It's not just fighters that be in there. It's a lot of actual athletes now that be joining the sport. And Ernesta, she was so tall, man. She's really, really good. I saw a lot of comments saying that she got robbed for this fight. I don't personally agree. I think that Dion did well. I think Dion won the first and the second round. Although the second round was pretty close. But Ernesta, man, for someone that just got into MMA, it's actually crazy. She has a lot of potential. She has a lot of upside. And honestly, I cannot wait to see what happens with her in the future. Then we have Mauricio Ruffi versus Jamie Mullarkey. Guys, Mauricio Ruffi, he's a problem. He's a problem for that division. He reminds me of a young Conor McGregor. I don't want to jump the gun, but the performance was really reminiscent of a young Conor McGregor. He was so precise. The head movement, the karate stance, honestly, his boxing was crisp, everything. Like, Jamie Mullarkey had no chance, honestly. I expected Ruffi to win, but man, Jamie Mullarkey did not look like he belonged in there. And honestly, I cannot wait to see what Ruffi has coming up as well. He's one of these guys that you should keep an eye on. I'm gonna definitely keep an eye on this dude. I like his style, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. So now we're gonna move on to Drakkar Klose versus Joaquim Silva. That was a good fight. Drakkar Klose showed that he's still a good fighter, man. Like, he did his thing. He won the first and the second round. He was slowing down though. He slows down pretty drastically. The last round was not it for him. He really got beat up around the cage in that last round, but he showed that he still belongs. Just as long as he's fresh, he's a really decent fighter. And after the fight, he actually asked for the rematch versus Benel Dariush. If you guys watched that fight, he was doing really well until he got caught with that left hook and just left hook, left overhand, and he got knocked out pretty badly. It was a good fight though, but I'm pretty down to watch that fight again. Honestly, I think Drakkar is still likely to get caught, but I'd like to see what happens. The next fight was Miktibek Orobay versus Elvis Brenner. Guys, Orobay is he looks like he's 25,000 years old, man. But damn, is he good. When he's fresh, when the fight just started, he's a really decent fighter. Like, he has a lot of power in his hands. The only issue is that he doesn't realize it. Like, he hit him a few times, actually hurt him more than once, but never once did he really jump on the occasion. He had Elvis Brenner hurt so many times, but he would always go for his legs after that. He would always dive for the takedown, and because of that, bro, like, he almost lost the fight, especially that last round. He got a point taken. I don't think he was gonna lose, but it was gonna be a draw. Aside from that, when he's fresh, I think Orobay is a problem. I just don't think that he's as good as we thought he was. Like, I don't see this guy becoming a champion. I don't even see him becoming top 5, honestly. The next fight was Yasmin Lucindo versus Karolina Kovacevic. Man, I like Karolina, but I don't know, man. I don't know why she's still fighting this. It might be time for her to retire. I think she did retire at one point, or she was thinking about it. I think it's time for her to pull the trigger, dog. Like, she's really good. You've seen Lucindo definitely delivered. She's not a bad fighter at all. But man, it was not even a close fight. Like, she really whooped her ass the whole time. Next fight was Joe Anderson Brito versus Jack Shore. Joe Anderson proved that there's levels to this. I did not expect Jack Shore to do much, and he really did not do much. Joe Anderson Brito put a clinic on him. He kicked his leg so much, he fucking opened that shit, bro. You could see the muscle, the doctors went and fucking played in his fucking leg, bro. That shit was insane. He got TKO, and that was that. Goddamn. Now going up to the main card, where you can see my picks from the video that I posted 2 days ago, where I scored pretty good. I had 4 out of 5. Right. So the first one, Caio Borraia, which is Paul Craig. Guys, I expected that, you know, but I'm not gonna lie to you. Paul Craig, he looked good on the feet. Like I said last time, his striking is going so much better. He's so much more confident, and he was actually doing not too bad, man. He was landing kicks. He was, yeah, mostly landing just kicks. That was his thing. Like, you can see that he's a decent kicker, and honestly, you could tell that it was taking a toll on Caio a little bit. Like, Caio was blocking everything with his elbows and shit, but you could tell, like, it was hurting a little bit, and he was taking some of the body kicks. But yeah, second round, Caio just landed the 1-2 and dropped him. Or the 2-1, but he dropped him, and that was it. The next fight, Michel Pereira versus Ihor Potieria. Like I said, guys, the skill level of Michel is too deep for that division. 185, I think Michel is one of the most skilled fighters in that division. One of the most skilled strikers in that division. And one of the fastest guys as well. He was pretty fast at 170, but not too fast. But at 185, it doesn't even make sense. It's ridiculous. Like, he goes out there, like, he hurt Ihor Potieria, who was coming up for 205. Like I said, he already wasn't even that technical at 205. You could tell that he's not technical. He's not technical enough at 185, especially fighting a guy coming up from 170. And it's exactly what happened. Michel Pereira went out there, dropped him, and then he did that weird stuff that he used to do at 170, where he would just do a backflip when the guy's on the ground. And this time it actually worked. He landed, like, on Potiera's, like, chest with his knee or something, and Pottiera managed to get up, but he was caught he got caught in a guillotine, and bro, he tapped. Pottiera tapped, but it was just too late. It was too late. He tapped and he still went to sleep. He was convulsing on the ground and stuff. It was a damn nice finish, I'm not gonna lie to you. I was pretty excited actually. So the next fight we had Vitor Petrino versus Anthony Smith. Now that's the one fight in the whole night that I actually got wrong. Guys, like I said though, Anthony Smith has that hype train derailleur thing about him. Whenever he's counted out versus a hype train coming up, he just puts in work on these guys, and honestly he did so much better than I thought. He made short work of Vitor Petrino. Like, Vitor was not it. I was saying before though, 2-3 years ago Anthony Smith would have ran through him, and looks like today's Anthony Smith still runs through him. Anthony Smith is not a joke, man. His issue was just fighting the guys in the top of the division, but fighting the guys coming up, he's got that in his pockets. He just beats them all the time. But the top guys are just too tough for him, it seems. It's not even that they're too tough. It seems like, he said it himself, like his plan is to land leg kicks, and from there to do his work. And that's what he did. He landed a lot of leg kicks. You could tell Vitor Petrino was affected by it. He went for a takedown, head in the guillotine. He tried to slam Anthony, which was a bad mistake. Honestly, I did not know what he did that. Like, Anthony's a black belt. You don't do that kind of shit. And he just got tapped. But that was a great performance. I'm really happy for Anthony Smith. I wonder who he's gonna fight next. Now, next fight was the King of Rio versus Jonathan Martinez. What did I say? I think that Jose Aldo should be able to check the kicks. He's shown that he's not someone that can get leg kicked like that. So I really think that's going to be able to check the kicks. And if he gets to that, he should be able to wrestle with him as well, bro. Because I think Jose is a better grappler as well. He just doesn't use it offensively too much. And also, if you look at it in the boxing, like I said, Jose is much better. Guys, Aldo is such a good striker. He's such a better boxer than most of these 135 guys, and he proved that. Also, he knows how to check a kick, something that for some reason Cub Swanson was not able to do, despite the fact that he actually fought Aldo before. But yeah, whatever. Aldo went out there, checked the kicks, landed kicks, sometimes that we did not see for years. We did not see Aldo throw fucking leg kicks, and he did that. He threw leg kicks, and he went for takedowns, like I said he was going to do. Guys, Aldo is still the King of Rio. He still is the King of Rio, and he dominated that fight. It was a really good fight though, I'll give you all that, but man, Aldo is so good. It's time to put some respect on his name, bro. He's not done at all. You know? Like his performance versus Merab, where Merab went for 16 takedowns, did not take him down once. Jonathan tried to take him down, but I wasn't even like stressed about it. I knew it was not gonna happen. You don't take down Aldo like that. It's really hard to take him down. And he took him down instead, like I said. I'm really happy for Aldo though. He really put in work. And man, I can't wait to see who's next for Aldo. I might make a video on that, by the way. Who should Aldo fight next? He just beat the number 12 guy, I think. I like to see. I hope he gets a top 10 opponent next time. Then let's move on to the main event of the evening, which was Steven Erceg versus Alexandre Pantoja. And boy, that was such a good fight. Such a close fight. Honestly, I like Steve Erceg, man. I already knew that he had what it take to get there, and bro, he proved it twice. Like he proved it just so much. He had such a good fight. It ended up 48-47, like I predicted. But it was a really close fight. Personally, I scored it for Pantoja. I had it 2-2 going to the fifth, and I really think that Steve Erceg blew it up. Like Steve Erceg was winning the fifth round, and he just gave it away by going for takedowns. Like, what are you doing? You're such a better striker than Alexandre. Why would you go for takedowns? But he did that, and that cost him the whole fight. Although I do see a lot of people say that he won the fight, I hear a lot of robbery talk. I mean, personally, I don't think it was a robbery, but I do think that it was a close fight, though. And I would have been mad had Steve Erceg won the fight. Had the fight gone the other way, I wouldn't have been mad at all. But yeah, Alexandre showed why he's the champion. I think he's now 10-0 versus the top 10 of the division. That tells you a lot. And 5 or 6 of these wins are versus the two Brendans that are at the top of the division. Personally, I think off of this performance, they should move Steve Erceg up. I think Steve Erceg is definitely, like, they can't move him to the top 5, but I think he could be moved to the top 8 or something. You know, I definitely think that Steve Erceg can beat a lot of these guys. I think he beats Alex Perez. I think he beats Nicolau. I think he beats Mokaev. I think the Brandon Moreno fight is a close fight. It's an interesting fight, especially. I would like to see that. He did call Brandon Moreno out last fight or last time around. I hope that's the next fight for him. Honestly, I would like to see that. And for Pantoja, who's next for him? Like, I'm gonna have to break that down too. We gotta see who's next for Pantoja, but honestly, he's putting work in that division. And I like what I'm seeing. Although I do think that Steve Erceg might be next. Like, maybe not next fight, but I think he could be next, like the next champion in the division. Steve Erceg definitely has what it takes. He's a great fighter, man. Anyways, I hope you guys like this video. If you like, you can like the video, you can subscribe, and I'll catch you next time. I'm out.